Our next author is also presenting book number 2, and it has been an incredible journey to this book. I'm so excited to share with you Xuemei Zhong's The Medicine Magi 12 Steps from Depleted Doctor to Magic Healer of the New Earth. Speaking of amazing covers, I just have to shout out your cover and then we'll talk about your book. People can see it there in the background. I did not know Xuemei was also an artist, but she actually painted her own cover and has been making her artwork available. I don't know if you have that one in a print, but you've been doing such great artwork, which is so surprising. Is that new, this, or have you always been an artist too?
I think I was an artist when I was little, and the gift was never used. Until now, I become an author, and all this is opened up in like explosion.
Yes. Well, you were, a year and a half ago, career coaching, helping people make a decision about whether or not to leave their medical career. That on the earthly plane is where your journey as an author started, helping people make that should I stay or should I go decision. You've really taken this to the next level. This is really a book about shifting to this world of magic. And how did that evolution happen? And who is this book for? How is this different than your first book?
Good question. I don't know how you feel about 2020. I know a lot of people describe it as like lost in the maze because you just blocked, you cannot see very far, and you cannot predict what's going to coming up, jump at you, right? And while we are so confused and fear and insecure in that maze, one population that least expect to experience this is our medical heroes. And as a matter of fact, people probably not aware of this is they have been experiencing this maze of the healthcare system long before the 2020 pandemic. And this pandemic is just hit really hard. And if you got confused with the information all from different places like government, and authorities, and you probably the first one, if you know any doctors or scientists around you, you will go ask them like, what is really about this, right? What should I do? But you never know. They are confused too. And they are exhausted and they are sick and they need to be healed as well, more than they allow themselves to. And if my first book was about helping those people, helping those burnout physicians and scientists and nurses and healthcare professionals to find an emergency exit or a panic bell in a gigantic maze they're suffering, at least they can get out and take a breath and readjust themselves and find their own calling and realign their purpose, and then think about what about their career before the career or the job really killing them, and before their anxiety turn into depression and suicidal. And my second book, this book, is really about the process of elevating them above that maze, because you have to see in a different plan and from a different view of the whole thing, and then you can ask the right question, provide the right answer to people while they're so confused on the ground level. You cannot see clearly. So this 12 step I described in this book is really elevating them so that they can make a clear choice of their own career and take care and heal themselves so that they can heal other people better. No more sick doctors taking care of sick patients.
I love that as a mission. No more sick doctors taking care of sick patients. That's a really powerful mission. What is your, how do you work with people now? Who would qualify to work with you, and what does your practice look like?
Any biomedical healthcare professionals,
So
nurses,
research, or if they work with patients, yeah.
they feel burned out, they feel confused, and they feel they have a bigger calling that cannot be fulfilled. Like they lost their compassion. They used to be compassionate about this career, but now they lost it. They don't know what to do about it. But there is something more, and they're trying to find their way out. They can find me. I do private one-on-one coaching. I also do group coaching and have our retreat and training program in our Medicine Mage Academy.
I love it. The Medicine Mage Academy. What's your favorite thing about being an author?
Oh my God, this is so hard to choose. I love everything about becoming an author through the author incubator. This is the best investment. If you ever want to write a book, leave a legacy to this world, and you can die without deathbed regret, this is the investment. Everything about it, the process. And the most important thing I love is really the process of connecting to your higher self, the inner wisdom and collective consciousness. You can download brilliant things to your book, and you will read my book and you will know what I'm talking about.
So true. That is so true. I think writing in community and a community of such high vibe people is a big piece of that. But it's also the way you and so many of our authors have embraced that journey. Your first book was great, but how fast you've moved this year through your own growth has been really powerful. I mentioned that with Rosine as well. But I love seeing your own growth and how you've stepped up in leadership. The Medicine Mage book and the Medicine Mage Academy, so powerful. You can see the book right there on the screen. Xuemei Zhong is the author of The Medicine Mage, 12 Steps from Depleted Doctor to Magic Healer of the New Earth. Thank you for helping to create a beautiful new earth, Dr. Z. We love you.